God. Welcome to Jam Between the Pages. We're talking about Attack on Titan. I mean, the title isn't lying. It's the end of an era. It's Attack on Titan finally over after final part 1, part 2, part 3, part whatever. Because it just kept on going. But it's finally over. So, it's been going on. I'm sure... I don't know. When did you start watching it exactly? I think I started you on it, right?
Yeah.
I watched it first. It started with season 2. No, season 3 had just started. And I wanted to see what all the hype was about. Because I had heard season 1 was great. But that was like a long time ago. I think I was still in high school. No, I was going into high school when that had started. Which is crazy to me. So, season 1 creeped me out. Because I only saw like a couple of trailers and stuff. Because it looked creepy. The Titans and stuff. But then, when season 3 was coming out, I wanted to see what it was all about, and wow, I was surprised, and I had to tell her, because, I mean, how much anime had you seen before then?
Before then, actually pretty decent, because I saw Jujutsu Kaisen before I saw Attack on Titan.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And then...
Because I think I got you on Naruto first, right? I told you to watch that.
Then it was Black Clover.
Uh-huh.
And then it was, Jujutsu Kaisen... No, then it was Demon Slayer.
Oh, okay.
And then it was Jujutsu Kaisen.
And so Attack on Titan then at the end?
No. And then it was Darling in the Franxx.
We watched Attack on Titan before Darling in the Franxx.
No, because I watched it with my dad and mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, and me and you had
Attack on Titan we were watching by ourselves before my dad even wanted to watch it.
I never watched it by ourselves.
I somehow was able to convince most of my family to watch some anime, and Attack on Titan was one of those. But, yeah, so, okay. Either way, started a little late in the game, of course, so we haven't been following all 10 years, but wow, 10 years is a long time for this. It's crazy, because, I mean, thinking back on it, what do you guys, like, any favorite moments of the anime? Because throughout all of it, I think my favorites, of course, is Erwin's speech, if you remember when he does the whole, my soldiers are, not me, and all that, so that was really cool. I hate that. What's his name? Still survived.
Oh my god!
He was the only survivor. Flock. Yes. I hate that he was the only survivor of that speech, which sucks because it landed on... I just didn't like him. I know a lot of people liked him because he was a hard Jaegerist. But, I wasn't a fan of him. But the speech itself was awesome. Season 3 had a lot of stuff that was awesome. Because that also had one of my favorite moments with Levi, who... when he took on the Beast Titan for the first time, remember? And he just played with him, basically, until he took him out of the Beast Titan husk, which was super cool. That was insane. The other part, too, has to be the reveal of...
Annie?
Annie?
That one was one of mine.
I think, honestly, I like more when you see Reiner and Bertolt.
Really?
And their reveal. Yeah, I think that was way better. Because I think that was the second moment. Because the first moment, to be honest, for me, when I cried, was when the mom died.
Oh, yeah,
that one I first 2 episodes when she died. Yeah, I was like, wow, this is crazy.
Because I was like, right away, damn, this is going to be like...
Yeah.
Dark.
Actually,
no. It kind of was.
I lied. The third time that I cried, because the time after that I cried was when I thought Eren died. When he got eaten by that other Titan. And then I thought he died. Mikasa thought he died. Which, if you can't tell...
Everyone thought he died.
Mikasa's my favorite. And which, from that moment, I called it. Which, we're going to get into the final episode, of course, is this was always the story of Mikasa.
Well, yeah.
And I saw this somewhere, too, because, when you cope with grief, it's nice to find other supporters. So, on TikTok, I found a lot of people talking about it. And so, there was one that I saw where they were saying how, really, Attack on Titan is Mikasa's story seen through the eyes or through the POV of Eren, but then basically told by Armin, because Armin's kind of our narrator at the end in the last 2 parts, because he was the one because we didn't know what Eren was thinking or doing until the very end when they got all their memories back and he explained his whole plan. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, what was your favorite then?
Besides the final part, like the final end of the era episode, probably would be the reveal of Annie.
Okay.
Levi, they're with Annie too. and that she's like going against and like killing off his soldiers, and then you see
Oh,
like his
when she
like,
massacres Levi's squad.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one. It's so sad, but I love that.
That
part.
was really sad. The way that
And
she
then-
was playing with them, basically.
Yeah, and then I hate one of my like worst, saddest parts of the whole anime is when Sasha dies.
That too. The end, to me, everything was great. I mean, I was a big fan of the last episode. I think it was beautiful. It was, man, dude. Like, the only other animes that I've seen that I finished, or that are done, that I liked the ending at least, was Cyberpunk, Edge Runners. You remember Cyberpunk Edge Runners?
Mm-hmm.
With David and Lucy?
I didn't like
Which
that ending.
I
I
think
hated that
ending and this ending are very similar, I think.
hated that ending.
I compare them. I'll get into that too, but Cyberpunk, Darling in the Franxx, of course, Naruto, because I don't know if Naruto counts. Naruto, and yeah, with all of those endings, to be honest, this one to me is the most beautiful because, like, I mean, if you can't tell, Mikasa is my number one female character that I just love. She's the reason that I stuck around with Attack on Titan. And I mean, I'm sure it'll be coming out soon, but I ordered some other statues, because I'm doing all the statue unboxings and stuff, of Mikasa too, coming out by LC Studios. And I'll put them on the channel soon. But I just love her whole arc and how just her loyalty that she shows, and also how she's not afraid of anything.
Mm-hmm.
She lives up to the Ackerman name. She's just a badass. And that's one of my favorite things about female characters. My second favorite is Mare Leona, too, from Black Clover. Now, to get to the actual final episode. Wow, it was crazy. It's like, basically you have, you see more of the destruction, of course.
Well, there's, like, it starts off with, like, what, 4 episodes technically into one?
It's basically 3, because they split it up into chapters. There's always, like, chapter this, and then it's basically the names of the manga that they put on there, too. But, yeah, no, I mean, a lot of people were hoping for anime special ending, because a lot of people found the ending very controversial, which I don't know why. I don't agree with that, because most of the points that they find controversial are the ending where history repeats itself.
Okay,
and they're saying that Aaron's whole sacrifice was for nothing.
Which I agree.
No, that's what I don't agree, because that means they missed the whole point of the show, which is what he realized using the Founding Titan's power, is that no matter what you do, time is always destined to repeat. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing in real world and everything. You know how I hate real life? That's why I watch so much anime and stuff, is because I like using them as escapism, right? Where I escape into this new world and it takes me away from here. But this is one of the shows where it was very rare for me to actually like that they kind of brought some reality in it, in a way, where history will always repeat. And, man, I can't remember what it was. Oh, One Piece. There's a character named Nico Robin, and she talks about how if you do not learn from the past, you are always destined to repeat it. Because history will always repeat itself unless you can learn and change it. But with Eren, he used the Titan power and realized that you can't do anything, that it's always going to be that way. But he figured out a way to be able to save the people he loves. So in the end, it just basically shows you, okay, yeah, war still continued. War will always continue.
Yeah.
You see that in the real world. But everyone got to, like he promised, live a long life. You see at the end.
Yeah, even like
they
Reiner,
all came to visit and everything. Yeah, Reiner was supposed to die.
Yeah,
Remember,
like literally
that was his last year of life. That's why at the beginning of this final season, he was already having it was either Gabi or Falco. They were both basically running for
his next position.
Yeah, to be able to inherit the Armored Titan, because him, Zeke, all of them, they were already running out of time because it's the 13-year curse of the Titans. So him taking away the Titan power too extended their life, which that is also awesome, that he didn't only give them their ending that they deserved y todo, but the sacrifices of the other scouts that he grew to love and everything, their sacrifice wasn't in vain either, for the fact that the Titans were expelled the way that they wanted. Yeah, it looks like at the end it's teased that they might be coming back with that little boy.
Yeah.
Going into the tree, which is Aaron's tree. but it seems like it would make sense. You know what I mean?
Because, yeah, history repeats itself.
Yeah, our 3 favorite parts, at least, of the actual final episode. I'll go first. My first one, I think, has to be the reveal of all the Titans, all the previous Titans, all the past Titans and stuff. I think that was really cool because it not only does it show what all the other Titans throughout history look like, but it gave closure to all the previous ones that we knew about. Like Ymir comes back,
I know.
Bertolt comes back, and all that, and you see what Zeke's teacher's Titan looked like,
And
which is
his
the Ram,
dad.
and his dad, and Aaron Kruger.
Mm-hmm.
They all get their resolution because they come back. They're like, okay, yeah, we died and all that, but we're still able to do something and to help everybody to stop Aaron. And honestly, I think my second favorite part is tied. I think it'd be a cop-out if I do both, but who cares? I do not care. But it's tied between Jean telling Reiner, basically accepting him again as a scout. I wanted to cry when he's like, hey, Reiner, remember, scouts don't know when to quit and all that. And I was like, no way. And then you see it on his face, Reiner. He says, Jean, and like, he's like, oh, what? Because, yeah, he was a traitor. He killed so many people and stuff. Yeah, but in the end, him and Jean knew that they had to come together for the betterment of mankind.
I'm surprised you say that because you really dislike.
I hate Reiner.
Reiner
I hate, and I don't like John that much either.
Really? I like John.
John's okay, but like I'll get into why I don't like him because of the ending that people think, but that's not what I believe in. But it's tied with that and Levi saying goodbye to. You know what? No, I think I like that better. The Levi, and then the Erwin, Hanji, and all of them appear in front of him. In the shadow.
That one was my favorite part.
I was like, no way. And then he does. I wanted a ball so hard, but my tears were for my favorite moment, which was when Mikasa does the ultimate thing, which is what I think that moment is that, yeah, Mikasa's always been loyal to Eren, was always there to help him, save him out of trouble, do everything, even to the end, where she basically saved him from him.
Yeah.
Because she knew deep down that he does not want to do this, but he has to do it. And the only way to save him from that is by ending him. Which, seeing Eren open his eyes like that, and how beautiful all of that looked. Like, you knew all the animation budget went to that moment. Because you see how clean Mikasa looks, how clean Eren looks. Like, just his slow-moving eyes opening and all that. Like, I was like, wow. It was breathtaking. But yeah, I think that was my favorite right there.
See, I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going to go my favorite to, like, my third favorite.
Okay.
So my number one is when Levi at the end sees Hanji, Erwin.
Yeah, because that was awesome. If Erwin would have said something right there at the end, too, if any of them would have said a word, which, I mean, I guess they can't. But if they would have said something at all, even Sasha to Jean and Connie, I would have cried so bad.
And then my second favorite part is when you see their lives. Like, you see how, like...
Oh, the basically time skip kind of thing? Like, how their lives progress and everything?
And, like, you see literally, like... And I hated that, like, Levi, but, like, he didn't want to fight anymore. But he was still, like...
He couldn't.
Well, yeah, he couldn't
That's why
fight.
I think he's in a wheelchair.
Yeah, and he was, like, handing out, like, candy. Like, I liked that. Like,
yeah,
it was,
he's
like,
still
sweet.
helping. He's a scout, because he's still out there in the world. And helping the world heal and everything. So I thought that was beautiful too. And
then my third one is when Peak, the cart titan, she's like she gets eaten, and then I asked you, I was like, oh, doesn't they have like a limited amount of time?
Oh, how she uses the cart titan? That was cool.
It was amazing.
Because she said right there too, she was like, because it was John who thought, oh my god, you know, when she popped back out, she's like, oh, you can't transform again, kind of, and all that. But she's like, hey, don't underestimate me. I was also bred for war or whatever too. So I was like, that is true. She was a soldier. Yeah, she's not just to haul stuff.
No, and then she was also like in her Titan form for like, I think it was like months.
They said that she could be like, she could stay in her Titan form for months before. But because of the endurance of that, she's able to get out
and then go
transform
back
again
in
to get out and then transform again.
Yeah, and
she is considered one of the weakest. I think that's what they say is that her Titan is the weakest Titan.
It is the weakest, but I don't know if it's
with
just
the fact that you can transform like that over and over again.
Yeah, and then like I think it is also that her combat like experience.
And
but she was a badass in that too.
She was a badass. Like when I saw her running out of there, I was kind of actually happy that she didn't die, because I didn't like her, to be honest. When she infiltrated the scouts.
Yeah.
Remember, she like was wearing their stuff and she cornered Eren. But man, and then Eren, dude, Eren's the best. I love him. He's the best because he was like, but he was a bad person. Like I always said, the thing is yeah, he did a horrible thing. This was horrible. There was no doubt. Genocide is not the answer for anything. But I understood him. I wouldn't support him. I wouldn't be a Jaegerist like everybody else was. Like you saw at the end, that the whole island of Parody ended up basically becoming them because they didn't know. He wasn't able to. I don't remember it even in the manga and stuff. Manga, I don't think they even say, and in the show they didn't say if he went to Historia too and told her anything. I mean, he did wipe her memory that he told her the plans from the beginning, but I don't know if he went and said, hey, by the way, I wanted to be stopped. This was horrible. I didn't like this plan. So, but yeah, no, I mean, I just thought it was awesome. This the whole episode, I just couldn't, oh my god. Like, and then a lot of people too, things that also freak people out too about the end. Ew, that's gross. Why would Mikasa cut his head off and then kiss it?
Yeah, no. See, that's how I was too. I was like, that's kind of weird.
And I think it's even adding to the beautiful moment, which is, supposedly, there's the thing, I mean, I don't know if it's 100% true. I know that there's like stuff talked about, but supposedly it's 20. You got 20 seconds or 35 seconds that you're actually still alive when you're beheaded. That's why they stopped that. Yeah. So that's why he was able to get the goodbye kiss, the kiss that they always deserved it. You know, like that's why I think it adds to the beauty that she somehow also knew. She cut his head off and then kissed him goodbye.
Okay, but then she was also like, yeah, I get that she wanted to give him a proper burial. Yeah. She was just holding the head.
What are you supposed to do?
Well, like, I don't know. I would have grabbed him by the...
No! That's so disrespectful. What? That's horrible.
Well, I'd rather
than do you like that in life when somebody holds your head like that? No. Why would you like that in death? No. That's horrible. What a horrible.
Okay, but
Anyway, the other thing, too, a theory that I support more is in the manga, it's very hard, like, it's kind of hard to tell who is going to the grave, the old version of Mikasa, with a baby, that she's holding a baby too. Everybody thinks, oh, she did end up moving on. And the reason why I don't like John is because the theory is that Jean, because I don't believe Isayama said who that is. I think, and that's what I kind of like, is that he's kind of staying a little vague about it and all that, because he's like, hey, the end is the end. So you guys, if you guys want to continue what you think happened next, go ahead. Which is, I respect that. That just makes you be able to talk about it, which it's succeeding. I mean, we're talking about it. I see a lot of people talking about it online. Everybody's talking about it and everything. So, but they say that Jean and her ended up getting together because you remember how he was also dreaming of the life he wanted too. If he would have became an actual Jaegerist, remember? And it was Mikasa holding the baby too and all that. So I didn't like that because I don't think, I mean, yeah, okay, people deserve to be happy after someone dies and stuff, but like you saw Eren. He's like, at least give me 10 years and stuff. Like, I was like, that hurt. And I think she knew, because my theory is that at the end, that wasn't anybody. That wasn't her husband, her new husband, or anything. My headcanon for me to be happy and satisfied with this and everything is that was Armin. And she was holding Armin and Annie's kid. She's just a cool aunt. She never found anybody because also, if you see at the end, you remember the tombstone?
Yeah, it was her and Eren.
No, not before that. When she's sitting next to the tombstone, the writing on it apparently is actually katakana, I think, but upside down, the Japanese, and I believe it's like, it says, "Here forever, rest peacefully, my most beloved, my dear." So in a way, that's, I mean, your husband would be very upset by you visiting somebody like that all the time. Yeah, okay, you understand that she loved somebody like that, but then gets buried with the scarf at the end. Because at the end, you see the old grandma hands with the scarf. That's when I knew she never moved on. And so in my headcanon, okay, it might be wrong, but I think it'd be even more beautiful, especially if people have seen that ending, the animation ending that they put it or something like that, where it's her and him basically meeting again. Aww. It's just how I want to picture it. It's totally could be wrong. Isayama could have already came out and said, no, she is with Jean, she has a kid, or no, she ended up finding somebody on Paradis, she has another kid, blah, 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 but I want to think of it like that, you know?
I agree. But I do kind of see where, like, with your point against that it's her Armin's and...
I think she's just a cool aunt.
See, I don't
cool
know.
badass
That's
aunt.
very, very, very slim to me. Like, why would you go to like, yeah, you'd go to Aaron, but not with Armin.
Yeah, well, why not? I think at the end, too, that's what they say, or what it's implied, and a lot of people think of it, too, where at the end you see there's one old man.
Oh, yeah.
That's Armin. Armin and Mikasa always go to that tree.
Yeah.
And that's why I think that, too, is, like, it would make sense why Annie, Jean, everybody else would go and visit him, yeah, the first time they went. And then they maybe visit him a couple times, maybe not that often. But who would go and visit him every time would be Mikasa and Armin.
Yeah, I agree.
And then when she dies and gets buried next to Eren and not her husband...
Okay, yes,
So then Armin would go visit both of them. Which, and then a lot of people say, if you notice, that's the beautiful thing too, is like, in that, Eren was the first one to the tree. Mm-hmm. He dies, he's the first one buried there. Mikasa was the second one to the tree. She's the second one that dies and gets buried there. Armin's the old man standing there over him because he's always the last one to the tree.
He's like, haha, I won this race.
No,
I lived the longest.
He wouldn't want that.
I kind of do wish that didn't end. I feel like...
I'm happy it did. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of One Piece. A lot of episodes, though. I mean, I think we could have maybe got, like, a couple time skips here and there and then gotten to that, but...
Okay, well, actually, there is one thing I want to say, though.
I like endings. That's what I wanted to say.
There is one thing, is that Eren's last form is so creepy to me.
It's creepy.
It's so creepy.
Like, I think that's the point.
No,
you want to be creepy because he's the bad guy.
No, but the first time I ever saw him, I literally had a nightmare about him. And
you had a nightmare?
Yes, and he literally reminds me of a big giant spider, like a bone skeletal spider. And
he's
no,
creepy. That's what a bad guy is supposed to do.
And then with his like hair and the head just hanging down. You know that from I think it's the Exorcist movie where the little girl turns upside down and then she starts running.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that literally reminds me of that, and I was like, no.
Yes.
It's like scary.
Really I think it was great. Overall,
it was great.
For me,
jam jars.
Oh, okay. Let's do that how we've been doing. If you've seen the other stuff that we've done so far.
5 being the best, 1 being not so good.
It's gonna be 5 jars of jam out of 5.
Yeah, mine too.
The only other one that I think is like that is
Black Clover.
Black Clover hasn't ended.
Well, no, but I'm saying it's still the best.
Okay. That's not the what? No. Anyway, the ending, I think, and how I compared it to was Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
I hated that ending though.
David did the same thing as Eren in a way, but not genocide.
Okay,
he sacrificed himself so that Lucy would be able to complete her dream and live a long life. Sadly, that meant he wasn't able to be a part of it. Eren sacrificed everyone and himself in order to make sure that Mikasa was able to live a long life and be happy. So I see the same thing comparisons. I think that's why I like both of them.
When I was watching it, I compared it to Darling in the Franxx.
Hot take, I love Darling in the Franxx ending. I think it was beautiful.
See, that's another one I don't like.
The reincarnation at the end, because they both died,
and then
they were able to find each other again. That is true love. So is this.
Okay. But yeah, either than that, I loved it. I loved Attack on Titan as a whole. I loved everything. I do love, even though the episodes, and I wouldn't have normally been like wanting to like sit through an hour plus long episode, I still liked it a lot. Like it made me.
I wish it would have been a movie. I wish, and that's what everybody was saying too, that they thought that they were gonna put it out in a movie. Mm-hmm. If they would have done that, that would have made millions of dollars, way more than Demon Slayer, I think.
Oh yeah.
But as it is, it's okay. I know that this also got not so much love because of how long it took and how people felt like Attack on Titan was getting milked and all that, you know, where it was just taking too long for it to end.
Yeah.
But I think for new fans coming in, if we ever get somebody else to start watching it, if they started from the beginning to this end, they will love it even more than people do now. But I still love it now. So, overall, amazing show. Now that this is over, though, what's your next anime? What are you going to watch now? Now that this is over, what's going to be your next journey for 10 years if it goes 10 years?
Honestly...
Something that you never started. Because Jujutsu Kaisen, we're watching it currently, but she's not caught up all the way.
I already watched the last episode.
Nope, you have not watched the latest episode. The last
No, I
episode
have
you
not.
saw was barely
Yeah.
Shibuya. The Shibuya arc just started.
Yeah, okay.
She has not finished. She's not ready for it.
Okay. But, I don't... Like, a new one?
Yeah, for me, I've heard, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Never seen it. Heard a lot of people love it. I saw a meme about it where it's like, they got the two people walking at each other. And then I've also heard the meme where it's like, the world, or whatever. The other anime, too, that I've heard that people tell me I should watch every time. Like, you just ask them, hey, what do you recommend? This one always pops up is Vinland Saga. It's apparently a Viking show. A Viking anime. I don't know. Sorry. And then the other one that people tell me that if I liked Attack on Titan, something similar, is something called 86.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what it is or anything, but those are my three that I think are possible starts.
See, I don't know. I haven't done much, like, research into seeing what I want to watch next.
Mm.
But, honestly, if you've seen the other videos of One Piece, I kind of want to start getting into that.
Yes, we got another one. I really like One Piece. One Piece has grown to be one of my favorites.
Might be
you
a
know
little
what?
too long.
We should probably finish Jujutsu Kaisen because that's also the thing when you're an anime lover is that
You have so many
you
at
have
a
so
time.
many you start and then when they end and you gotta wait. Like we're waiting for Chainsaw Man.
We're waiting for Black Clover to come back.
That one took forever. The movie was amazing.
It was.
Hopefully that does come back. I heard that there are rumors
In
that it's
May?
coming back. Yeah, no.
I thought it was in May of next year.
I think maybe it's a possible next year, but I don't know yet. It's not actually yet 100% revealed. It's,
Ugh.
yeah, sadly. I mean, I haven't continued Bleach, but I do like Bleach. Bleach is a good show. That's what inspired Black Clover a lot. And we love Black Clover. Maybe you want to try Bleach. But also One Piece. Keep catching up to it, watching it myself and all that. And then anyway, sad to see Attack on Titan end, but also very happy of how it came out to be.
I agree.
Yeah. It was beautiful. Great tale. I mean, clearly I'm a huge fan
Of Mikasa.
of all of it. But I will always remember it, and it will for sure be in my... I think it moved up to my top 3. It's in my top 3 for sure of all-time animes. So thank you again for watching us. I want to hear what you guys thought of the anime. I'm sure... Or the anime ending. I'm sure a lot of people find it controversial. I mean, if you want to recommend us anime shows to watch, especially her, she hasn't really watched too many. I mean, we started Akame Got Killed.
Oh,
She
yeah.
said she wanted to.
And I did. It's just, I've been busy.
But, yeah. And then also, like, if you've never seen Attack on Titan and you got the whole ending spoiled now, I'd still recommend you go through and watch it. There's a lot of cool reveals and stuff that we didn't even get to touch upon, so give it a chance. Now that it's finally all over, watch it in all one sitting. It will be one of your favorite shows.
It will.
Yeah, 100%. So,
And that's coming from someone that didn't even want to start watching anime.
thank you again for watching. I hope you stick around and watch other videos on this channel, and I hope we catch you on the next video too. Please like, subscribe, and again, comment anything that you want to tell us about the actual show and stuff like that. Watch the next one, and other than that, we'll see you on the next video. Thank you so much.